Okay. I don't know what happened to the post that I made, but I try to do this ahead of time. So I am at work getting ready to leave. Let me just show you what we got here. Okay, it didn't switch cameras. What happened? Switch cameras. There we go. Okay, I got the trailer hooked up, but I'm going to leave the trailer here. Generally, the first day I come to work, I bring the trailer with all my grocery and stuff, and then I leave it here till my last day of work. I got the windshield put back on. I don't know if people knew, but one of the screws kept rattling loose on the windshield, and I wound up taking it off, and then the screw disappeared, and it reappeared the other day. And the other thing that's happened in the last few weeks is about a month ago, I damaged the back rim on here, and I had the hub motor on the back rim, and I had this extra one that I had on the trike, which is a 26-inch. This one's only 1,000 watts, so we're going to use that one. But I figured I'd give everybody an update on the way home. Now, it's kind of windy, so I hope that you're going to be able to hear this pretty well. So I'm going to put the phone in here. Let me switch the camera back. And give me a minute to get everything. Oh, well, I can switch it back around in just a minute. I'll show you what all we got. But I'm going to go ahead and unhook the trailer. So give me just a moment. Okay, so we're unhooking the trailer. It only takes a few seconds. One thing is going to be getting it over here, out of the way. So I'm going to have to move the bike back. And let me just move the bike back real quick. Try and get the trailer in there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get our helmet on. I have to adjust it because I got a beanie on. It's not real cold this morning. It's like 44 degrees, which has been kind of warm and warming up, so that's a good thing. Okay, so come on, what? There we go. So on the battery, when I turn on the battery, there's a light on the back. I gotta put some flashy lights on the bike because I have the flashing lights on the trailer. They're on the back of this trailer, and they're flashing. They're pretty bright. That's these here. So I keep them on the trailer because I haul the trailer, but I've got another light that I'm going to put on the back of this battery. And so let me just get it in, turn it on. When I do, okay, there's the LEDs for the back. Now that's not enough lights, and I know I need to add more. When I put the windshield back on, because this speed controller has the computer, let me just turn it on so you can see what it looks like. This thing tells you everything, your speed in kilometers, how much wattage you're using, how far you've gone, and then the battery level. So I like this computer. That's what I thought the first one was. Now I had to mount the flashlights down here for now. I'll come up with something better. It's going to be bright, so hang on. So I put them in low because I really don't need them on high. There we go. All right. So we are pretty well set to go. So I'm going to put this in the holder and switch the camera back around. And the truck just pulled up, so it's going to be loud. All right. What's that? Oh, I leave the trailer here usually during the week because I only need it on the first day and the last day. The first day I bring all my grocery, and then the last day I take everything back home, whatever's left over. All right, we'll see you later. Okay, so that was one of our local drivers. Now my wife got me these nice new gloves. Let me see if I can get them in here. So we're gonna try these out and see how warm these are this morning. And it's not very cold, so I won't know exactly how they're gonna be. All right, looks like the phone's at a good angle. Let me just tilt it a little bit. Oh, that's a little too much. So I tried to advertise this a little bit. Yeah, advertise, but anyway, put a notice up yesterday. So here we go. If you don't catch it live, you can always catch it on the replay. But I figured I'd give an idea of what we've been doing and working on and not been doing lately, because I'm really behind on getting stuff done. But okay, I always forget I gotta switch it off of the Wi-Fi. I use the Wi-Fi at work, so sorry about that. Gotta go with the phone service. We should be getting ready. So yeah, it's pretty windy. Hopefully you can hear me with the windshield on. It should be cutting out the wind. I'll check it when I get home. But I have two. Okay. All right, this time it should be off. All right, so when I get off in the morning, it's still dark, and by the time I get about 2/3 of the way home, it's pretty light. Now there is a bike path most of the way, so that's good. There's places though at intersections, there's 3 of them specifically, where I do have to get out to the lane of traffic, so I have to be real careful. But for the most part, it's pretty good, easy ride. It's 7.9 miles, and you know, on an e-bike, that's not bad. I mean, on a regular bike, I'd probably be dying by the time I get home. And I do pedal, so I'm always trying to use it for exercise and to help with my balance and coordination, all those things that got messed up. Turn that just a little bit. All those things got messed up because of that wonderful stroke I had back in October 2021, and then my insurance not wanting to pay for therapy. But so the trike is on hold right now because I need to order a different trike. That one's 24 inches and it's just too small. I'm having even with the seat raised up, I have to, it's too hard for me to pedal that one. Even when I had a motor on it, it was just hurting my left hip really bad. So I said, okay. What I didn't realize is they actually have mountain trikes, and I was like, wait, what? A mountain trike, which has the suspension, the stronger force, everything. Because the other thing that was happening was I was spinning, the motor was spinning in the dropouts, and I even had a torque arm on it, which I thought would stop that. But no, it still would spin and get out of alignment. So I was like, okay, well, I found that they had the mountain trike, and if I would have known that, I would have just bought that at the beginning. So I'm probably, now that we're done with Christmas, I'm probably going to do that. The mountain trike's only like, well, it's less than $400, and like I say, it's got the stronger forks, and it's got suspension and upgraded brakes and stuff like that on it. So we're gonna try to do that here in January. But the trike was fun riding it for the few times that I did get to ride it. So I know it's gonna be a good, easy ride once I get the mountain trike. But the wife has already told me I got to get a car for her first. So we're going to wait until we get the car. But I hadn't been on YouTube for a while, which is another reason I wanted to do a live ride this morning, because I have just not been feeling it lately. Get on there, I keep trying, and of course my vision is getting a little worse. In fact, the wife and I went to the eye doctor on Monday, right after Christmas, and we got our eyes checked, and we got new glasses, so they should be in pretty soon. I hope so. So we'll see if that helps a little bit with the vision. Yeah, so what I want to do is this time off, which I will be getting off Tuesday morning, is get on that computer and finish up that one scene that we were working on that I had actually promised before Christmas in November. And with everything going on, getting ready for Christmas, and every time I had free time, I was just like, I just don't feel like getting on. I'm so tired. I worked some extra stuff like that. I said, well, all right. So the time I had, we were actually, a lot of it, we were getting ready for Christmas also, of course. The girls, they had a good Christmas. Mommy had a good Christmas, I hope. I got her what she wanted. And of course I got me what I wanted. And then she got me some stuff too. So we had a pretty good Christmas. I hope everybody out there had a good Christmas. I hope you have a good New Year's, and please have a safe New Year's. Watch out for the drunks on the road tonight, because there, I'm sure, will be plenty. And I got to go to work tonight, so we don't get a break. Yeah, so Mommy has to work too. Jenny's going to be working. I'm going to be working. So I promised I'd make it up to her for her New Year's Eve kiss. I'll make it up at 6:30 or 40, whenever I get home in the morning. I give her one before work too. So yeah, these gloves feel pretty good. Once again, it's not all that cold, so won't be a true test of how these are working out. But they feel pretty good so far. That light you see behind me, that is the sun starting to rise. And it's just now starting. And we're doing about 25.5 kilometers per hour. And we still got a pretty full charge on the battery. I charged it before I rode to work last night, and I pulled the trailer. So it's surprising that it's still at it's showing full charge. It'll probably be down about 1, maybe 2 bars by the time I get home. So I should be able to make it back to work tonight, then back home tomorrow, and then we'll see where it's sitting. Now, if I don't haul the trailer, I can go 4 days on a single charge, which is what I normally work anyway, 4 days on, and then I'm off 4 days. And so if I haul the trailer, and this is why I generally leave it at work, because I don't need it at home on my work days. I haul the trailer 1 day, and then I just go without the trailer for 3 more days. And then my last day, I take the trailer home. So I might charge it, not tonight, but maybe tomorrow night I'll charge it. There's a long red light here. Oh wait, it's already changing. Normally, it's a long red light. And this is at Warwick North Loop and Warwick. If you follow along on the map, like I said, one of these days I'll figure out how I'm going to mount this phone so you can see out in front of me. But I generally use the throttle to take off, and then I start pedaling right immediately afterward. And I try not to use up too much power. I have a 20 amp hour 48 volt battery on here, and it's rear mounted. And one thing I noticed when I had the rear hub motor along with the battery and my weight, it was too much weight on the back tire. Now I have flat free tubes in here, solid foam tubes, and when I pulled it off to change out the rear tire, the tube had been compressed down from all that weight over that much time. So I knew because of that and how unstable the bike was, I was going to have to switch to a front hub motor either way. I switched to the front hub motor. The weight balanced out a lot more, and actually the bike is more stable now, because you get in a turn and find out just how careful you had to be with your leaning and everything, because all that weight coming over sideways in a turn, if you're not expecting it, will take you right down. So balancing the weight out a little better has really helped. Every morning over here at this Mr. Car Wash, on North Loop, they have a guy out here with a backpack blower every day. That's his job, to blow out the dirt and the leaves every morning. Like, wow, they keep their lot clean, spotless. That's pretty cool. And over here to my right, a little farther down, at this Zaragoza Loop Center, I have my Wells Fargo ATMs. It's not a bank, just the ATMs. If I need to pull cash out, which rarely do I use cash, but that's the perfect spot right on the way home. Anyway, so this next time off, which I work Monday night, seems like I get off Tuesday around 6. I'm gonna get home, get a little rest, and get that scene knocked out. It's the Mirador Butte scene, and that's the one where Chris found the staircase, the walls, and we found what looks like either a work table or a cutting table, some sort of wood utility type cabinet with legs on it. We found that, and some other stuff that we will get into. So that is a cool scene, and the entire Gigapan is just filled with stuff. I mean, I'm still finding stuff in that, so I can't wait to get back to that. Yeah, the sun is starting to come up, so it's a pretty clear sky. Only a few clouds in the sky, which is good, because for the last day and a half or so we had rain. And if you don't think it ever rains in El Paso, it does. And when it does rain, it generally rains a lot. Well, we just don't get it very often. But when it does, it's really beautiful, because the desert turns green. Now, we live in the lower valley anyway, and we have trees and grass and all that. But up in the desert, all the desert brush and everything will turn green, and it's really pretty. And towards the spring, the elephant ear cactus starts blooming up there. And the property I used to have over by Hueco Tanks, I had several elephant ear cacti, and we used to go out and pick the red bulbs on there, and you can make jelly out of them. And if you ever come to El Paso, of course, you can get cactus jelly, and it's really sweet, kind of in between a kiwi and a strawberry. That's kind of what it tastes like. Really good. We used to just eat the fruit by itself. We never got around to making jelly out of it, but you can. And so it's really delicious. It's the elephant ear cactus. And the red bulbs are very edible, very delicious. All right. And of course this light turns red right as I'm coming up to it. Right here at Pinnedale and North Loop. We're going to stay on North Loop till we get all the way to the Walmart. And at the Walmart is where we turn left on Yarborough. So we are headed that way. We really got to watch traffic in the early mornings. They don't really pay attention to us. They don't realize that when a bike lane ends, that a bicyclist has just as much right to a lane as they do, and they will cut you off pretty close. So I'm usually looking back to pay attention. Gotta be careful. But like I say, where we live now is a lower valley, and that's why I want to get a different mount so I can show what is out in front of me and you can see where I'm riding. So I'm gonna figure something out. Not sure yet what I'm gonna do, but I'll get that figured out. But yeah, we're gonna come back hopefully pretty strong in January with videos. I have been watching to see what people are finding, and I've seen a few things that we can model. In fact, Joe White just a few days ago put out a pretty good one. I want to look at that one on the computer because I just watched it on my phone, but I want to look on the computer and see what it looks like. The Real Jimmy Roberts 1 put out a video. I love when he does. He doesn't put them out too often anymore, but every once in a while he will. And you gotta go to his Mars fan page on, and he's usually posting on there. But I haven't done that in a while either. I've gone to his Mars fan page. Alright, so this is one of those intersections here at Lee Trevino where you have to get out in the lane on a bike. So I gotta be real careful. There's not a whole lot of traffic this morning because it's Saturday morning. But Monday through Friday, there's a lot of traffic through here. So you gotta be really careful. Once again, most cars respect you and will move over, but every once in a while, you get somebody who just decides that's their lane and they don't care if you're riding in it. Just a few weeks ago now, maybe it's been a month, we had somebody on an e-bike sadly lost their life because somebody came right up on them, ran them straight over, and everybody was worried that it was me because I think it happened on Alameda, which is the road that runs parallel to this one, just south of me. And the time it happened, I was like, oh no, I was already at work. It was after I'd gotten there, it was around 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I don't know if the guy had lights on his bike. I don't know. I hope he did. Even riding a regular bike, doesn't matter if it's an e-bike or regular bike, put lights on it at night because they're not going to see those reflectors until they get right up on it. So I'm usually, I got my headlights and I got my tail light, and then when I'm hauling the trailer, of course, I got the flashing lights on the back. And so, and I'm watching. I mean, that's not going to guarantee I'm not going to get run over, but we're hoping we don't. And I try to stay in the bike lane. That's the other thing, is if there's a bike lane, I'm taking it. If it's not a bike lane, I'm being real careful. Like here in about 3/4 of a mile, I'm going to get to a part on here where it just dumps you into the lane of traffic. And so I got to be careful because it's a pretty good stretch that you're in the traffic. Oh, I'm closer than I thought. It's about not even 1/4 mile or 1/8 of a mile. I'm almost there right now. I didn't realize I was already here. Time flies. Plus, since the battery's pretty charged, we're going a little faster than normal. So nothing's coming. I can see way back there, and there's not any traffic for a ways. So I'm going to try to be as careful as possible. I keep looking back here and there just to make sure. And surprisingly, while the wind is blowing, it's not as strong as I thought it was going to be this morning. Because usually, excuse me, when I leave out of work, and I get down on North Loop, it's pretty strong. But right now, it doesn't feel that strong. Not in good shape. Now we're coming up to the light on Loma Land. And surprisingly, it stayed green this whole time. And there's a Circle K here and a U-Haul. And I'm going to have to unzip my jacket from it. It is too warm. Probably should put it on. There's a cop up here on the left. He's flipping around and parking. So he's perching over here by this oil change place, hoping to catch somebody who's speeding down this road. Now I have the speed limiter on my bike, so I normally keep it about 20 miles per hour, which is what the legal speed is here in Texas. Good Lord, I'm already to the Walmart. Okay, so the Walmart is here at Yarborough, and I have to get all the way to the left lane to make a left turn. There's another cop here at the Walmart. Wow. Okay. So I can hear a car coming, and I will tell you, here's another annoying thing. I don't know if this is everywhere or just El Paso, but now as soon as the sun even starts to come up, people do not turn their headlights on. And now the law used to be you had to keep your headlights on, I think it was 30 minutes after sunset, something like that. But surprisingly, all these have them on. But I was in the car one day, and you know, I already have trouble with the brightness and contrast, so that was another reason for going to the eye doctor to see what he would say. And it was a gray car coming. The sun had not even started coming up. He didn't have his headlights on or nothing. And so I went to go pull out. Well, one time it happened in the car, and the other time it happened on the bike. Same thing. But either way, I went to pull out, and you know, you look left, you look right. Well, when I looked right, it started to go, and then of course I looked back left, and then I saw him, and I jammed the brakes, and he's honking at me, and I'm going, "You're the idiot, not driving with headlights on." Not that he could hear me, but yeah. And then the second time it happened, I swear it was the same car, because they come out of the apartment complex just south of our job, and I was on the bike, and I went to go pull out, and then I heard him, and it was still dark, and I was like, "Oh my God, and I jammed the brakes, and he zipped on by honking his horn. I'm like, really? Turn your damn lights on. How's anybody supposed to see you? A gray car against a black background, I can't see you. And there's not any street lights right there to help. So, luckily I heard him and hit the brakes. So I'm real careful now pulling out of my jog, because that's twice, and I swear it was the same gray car, but maybe not. I couldn't get any detail out of it when I got close enough to actually see it and was flying by. And that's another thing. It's 30 miles an hour on that street. It was doing about 50. Somewhere close to 50. I don't know exactly how much, but I know it was close. Now here's one right over here. I wish you could see. He has his parking lights on, but no headlights. And this is that hill. Oh my gosh. Going down Yarborough, we have train tracks right here. And even the motor, without the trailer, if I just went with the motor, it's pulling about 18 kilometers per hour. And without me inputting any pedal power, would be about, it'd be the full 750 watts that I have it limited to for street legal. And then you finally get to the top of the hill, and then you just coast the way down. But with the trailer, it's about 14, 15 kilometers per hour. And of course, full 750 watts. And then you got a red light to make sure your brakes are adjusted if you're hauling the trailer. Which reminds me, I do need to readjust them. They're getting a little bit loose. Now, one thing I haven't done, and I hear mixed things about it, is I have not swapped this one to disc brakes. Some people say that the disc brakes are better. Some people say it doesn't matter whether you have disc or V-brakes. If it stops you, it stops you. It's not like you're going to stop any faster, because by the time you lock up the tires, you're not going to stop any faster. And I don't know why. I'm going to show you all this one day. Over here is a van at this van rental place. Now, we live in El Paso, and not a big Russian community, especially on the east side. There is a little bit of a Russian community on the west side. There's a van over here that says strong in English, and then cafe in Russian, and then naslаждайтесь, which is basically relax, just telling you to relax, like relaxing coffee. It's in Russian. I don't know why. I'm like, what the hell do they use that for? Way too many people speak Russian around here. I took a picture of it because I was like, what in the world? But, so what I was thinking about was, if I can, and it's not guaranteed I'll be able to, my boss will be there tonight. I was thinking of going live right around midnight, maybe an hour before to an hour after. Should be pretty dead, but I don't know if it'll happen. Just keep watching. That'll be Mountain Standard Time, and I may go live tonight just to wish everybody a Happy New Year and everything. I missed out on wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, because Jesus Christ, we were running out. Now, we ordered 90% of our stuff on Amazon. So we did not go out and go shopping very much. But the day before Christmas Eve, we always have those last minute things you got to pick up. So, and the wife had to work, and I had to work. So we were like, well, we're going either way, because they were only going to be open till 6 Christmas Eve at Walmart. And we wanted to take the girls with and let them pick out some last minute gifts and stuff. So we went, and oh my gosh, By the time I got home, it was like, oh, we got to get to bed. We both got to go to work. I think she had to go in at 8, and I generally go in at 6 o'clock. I think we finished up at Walmart 10:30, got home by about 11:15, got into bed and got just a few hours sleep. She was dying at work, and I was dying. So I did not get on to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Now, if I would have thought about going live on the phone while at work, that would have been a good thing. But I didn't think about it. And last night I thought about doing this. I'm like, well, at least I can wish everybody a Happy New Year on the ride home. And then maybe, if possible, I can do a live at work when about at least an hour, maybe 30 minutes to an hour before New Year's and right up into New Year's. So we're going to try it tonight. We'll see. Hopefully my boss is cool with it. Not like we're going to be busy. Tilting down now. Yeah, you can see the sky now. Getting brighter. The good thing about an e-bike is if you get tired, you just don't pedal and hit the throttle. Well, if you have one where you put a throttle on it. The kits I buy have both pedal assist and the throttle. Although I've never really put the pedal assist on, they're still sitting in the box. Only because I can only throttle to take off and then I pedal to keep up and to climb my own. So I'm still pedaling, I'm still putting pressure, you know, take some of the water off. Like right now, the motor's only putting out 240 watts because I am pedaling and I do want the exercise, like I told the wife. My wife is like, why are you pedaling? She says, you know, you're just killing yourself on the way to work. I said, yeah, I got to get in shape. I can't let this stuff that's going on slow me down. I got to do it. And I'm tired when I get home, but I'm not as tired. And if I do get to a point where I start getting dizzy, I just stop pedaling and use the throttle. And it's just like riding a motorcycle, only a lot slower. We are almost there. Okay, I forgot to update you. I'm on a road called Knights right now with a K, and I'm to the traffic circle. So we're going to go through the traffic circle. And then on the other side of the traffic circle is a church. There's a church and a school. I think the school is part of the church. Let's see. I don't really pay much attention. I just knew it was a church. Yeah. No, it is just a school. Thomas Manor Elementary School. So it's not a church also. Well, then it's... Oh, wow. Well, it looks so pretty. I thought it was all part of a big church. It's all a school. That's the elementary school. Oh. And then I know over here there is a church on the other side of it. I thought that was a church and a private school. No, I never really paid attention. But it's Thomas Manor Elementary School. Now this one I know is a church. I see them out here on Sundays. Okay, no, that's the park. Oh, it's down here somewhere. I know they have church through here because I see them on Sundays. Where is it? The next one. That's the park, Thomas Manor Park. I know I passed the church already, but I'm actually almost home. We're on Knights, and then we'll turn left on Midway, and then turn right on Mimosa. I couldn't think of the name of the street for a moment. And then we'll turn left on Balsam and then right on Cherry where I live. And I always make my girls memorize the streets in order, and they got it down pretty well right now. That way if they ever get lost or anything else, they're gonna at least tell somebody how they can get home. So if something, heaven forbid, ever happens to them, they're able to get free or whatever, they can get home. All right. We still haven't gone down a bar yet. Oh yeah, we have one bar. Okay. Now we're getting to the Riverside High School, which is at the corner of Midway and Knights with a K. And we didn't catch the light green. So at this point I gotta get in the lane just to make this left turn. And wait for a few minutes so it turns green again. Alright. It's gonna be a couple of minutes. I was hoping to catch it green. It was green all the way almost up here. And then I got about 100, 150 feet, somewhere in there. That's where, oh, it's changing already. Here we go. It's red. Green, let's go. So hit the throttle and go. Somebody's shoe. Oh, somebody's Croc. Somebody lost their Crocs. One of them. They're not going to be happy when they get home and realize they lost one of their Crocs. Alright, so we turned left on Midway, and now we're going to turn right on Mimosa. And over here is Riverside Middle School. Oh, here we go. And we do have a bike lane on both of those roads. That's always good. Because the speed limit is 30, and yet, well, even when kids are in school, I see them flying through here, and I'm like, are y'all crazy? You hit a kid, you go to jail. So even when I drive the car, I go slow through here. Even after school, after the school zone ends. Oh, they fixed the wall. On Christmas Eve, there's this rock wall to my right. Apparently, somebody a little drunk ran into the football stadium rock wall that's on the outside of the stadium and broke down a big chunk. They got it fixed and good as new. Whoever's car it was, probably not. So now we're going to turn left up here, which means we're going to get out in the lane on Awesome. I'm almost home. All right. So here's the Catholic Church over here on my right, and the park on the left. Almost home. So on the e-bike project for the trike, I've actually been trying to decide whether to build a 3 or 4-wheel velomobile. And now the trike would be the easiest, and then I've got all the fiberglass already and the 1/4-inch screen that I need to shape the body so I can build the body so I can be protected from the rain and still be legally on a bicycle. Now once again, I think I said this before, Texas has this thing where you can do your driver's license renewal online. And I needed my driver's license, or at least an ID, for work because mine had expired. Ooh, there's a state trooper on Loop 375. Okay, when you come down Folsom, you wind up running parallel with 370. Oh my gosh, somebody's German Shepherd is out. Please don't be vicious. So they told me, hey, we need your driver's license or something. And I said, well, I don't really drive. This dog is cutting in front of me. I don't know whose he is, but he's a German Shepherd running beside me. So I went online and attempted to get my driver's license, and they didn't ask too many questions, and they gave me my driver's license. Even the question for, has your vision changed at all since your last one? And I'm like, oh my God, my vision's changed. Oh, Mike left the gate open for me. I am here at my house. All right. Give me a moment and I'll flip the camera around so you can see where we are. Okay. Oh shit. It's off first. I usually do that. Okay, those are off. Turn the computer off. Take my gloves off. But Texas gave me my driver's license back. And I'm like, that easily? Wasn't expecting that. So they didn't ask me no medical questions or anything, just, the basic ones like, are you in good health or whatever. I don't remember how they worded it, but I was like, yeah, I'm in good health. Nothing's changed. There were no checks or anything. So I wound up getting my driver's license back. So legally, I can drive, but it's not very safe. I pray for anybody that's out on the road when I'm driving. Alright, so I'm gonna flip the camera around. And there's the jerk. Oops, I didn't change it. Come on, change. There we go. Oh, I see him. There's the German Shepherd. So he's friendly. Thank God for that. But I'm still closing the gate. Just in case. Hey, buddy. What you looking for? You better go home. He followed me for what? 2 blocks? Almost 3. We put this rope up here because my younger daughter, my little 2-year-old, has figured out how to open this gate. And this gate is heavy. I don't know how she manages to do it. She is a strong little child. So, yeah, there's the trike. One day, I don't know what to do with that one, but like I say, with the trike project, I'll decide whether I'm going to do a 3-wheel like that or go ahead and do a 4-wheel trike, which is going to mean doing some welding, of course, some motorcycles, and my car. And usually, unless it's going to rain, I'll leave the bike outside. I don't see a point taking it inside every time, clogging up the living room. So we made it home. But yep, a beautiful sunrise. It's about to rise. There we are. Let's see what kind of mess the girls made before we end this. Did she leave it unlocked? No, it's locked. Did she leave me keys? No, she didn't leave me keys. Did she leave the front unlocked? No, she didn't. How did she expect me to get in? All right, so I'm gonna have to call her and tell her to let me in. But let me flip back around. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a happy new year. Be safe, please be safe. And we shall see y'all in January. Well, we might see you tonight if I'm able to get on. So you guys take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Now, how do you end this thing? All right, we'll talk to you later.